Welcome to 3 Minute Gaming News, your one stop to get all your daily gaming news in just 3 minutes. Sony held their PlayStation State of Play last night, and there is a whole bunch of news and reveals to talk about with this one. So let's start with the God of War series, which sees Santa Monica remaking the original trilogy, as well as a brand new side-scroller God of War called Sons of Sparta, which is available right now and takes place during Kratos' early years while doing his training. We saw the rumoured Rayman 30th Anniversary Edition confirmed, which we spoke about here on this channel last week. Legacy of Kain Defiance, which is the final chapter of the Soul Reaver story, is getting remastered, arriving on March 3rd for PC, PS4 and 5, Xbox One and Series consoles, as well as on the Switch. To go with this, on March 31st, Legacy of Kain Ascendance, a brand new side-scroller, will also launch. There was a new Dead or Alive game confirmed, a new Kenna game, Ghost of Yotei Legends dropping in March, a new Castlevania game coming from Konami, Motion Twin and Evil Empire, the two studios behind Dead Cells and the Rogue Prince of Persia, a new Silent Hill game and more confirmed. There was over an hour of reveals and news, so check everything out online now. Death Stranding 2 is getting a PC release on March 19th. Pre-orders are already available to be made via both Steam and the Epic Games Store. It has been confirmed that the PC version will include features such as upscaling and ultra-wide monitor support if these are your things. And finally, after the leaks yesterday, it has been confirmed what games are coming to the PlayStation Plus catalogue next month. So the games being added for premium and extra members are Spider-Man 2, Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, Never, Season A Letter to the Future, Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2, Venba, Echoes of the End Enhanced Edition, and Rugby 25. So if any of these take your fancy, you can get your hands on them soon. Welcome to 3 Minute Gaming News, your one stop to get all your daily gaming news in just 3 minutes. It appears that Resident Evil 5 is the next Resident Evil game Capcom will be remaking, if the ESBR website is anything to go by. Eagle-eyed viewers have noticed a new listing for an Xbox Series version of Resident Evil 5. Now rumours have suggested that it'd actually be Resident Evil Code Veronica that would be getting the remake treatment next, so it's going to be interesting to see which game gets to come out first. Hazelight have further continued to state that development on their next game after Split Fiction is well underway. Posting on X showing 3 performers in what appears to be some form of mocap with their faces strategically hidden. Now they originally confirmed work was beginning on their next game, back in last February, but no further details have been shared about the game, so we're seemingly 1 year deep into development. Now even though Valheim is still in early access despite being 5 years past its debut, some of the developers of that game have unveiled the demo for their next game, known as Begraved. Now Begraved is a first-person co-op dungeon crawler, so a little different to what the devs fed you with Valheim. The game will feature things such as proximity voice chat and both solo gameplay as well as co-op for up to 5 players. You can see the full trailer online now, but personally, I think this game looks like it has some potential. And finally, Supermassive Games, the developers behind some of my favourite games like the Dark Pictures Anthology and Until Dawn, have announced that their next game, Directive 8020, has a new release date. Now releasing on May 12th, the studio also released a new trailer to go alongside this news, which, much like Begraved, you can check out online now. So if you're a fan of their games, the wait to get this one, which will release on PS5, Xbox Series consoles and PC, isn't far off. So let me know below if you'll be checking this one out when it drops. Welcome to 3 Minute Gaming News, your one stop to get all your daily gaming news in just 3 minutes. Has next month's PlayStation Plus games leaked early? Well, reliable leakers have gone on record to state that the 3 games coming to the service for subscribers to keep are Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Never, and Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Now if this is true, this is a huge drop for subscribers, with Sony's exclusive Spider-Man 2 dropping. Wildlight, the developer behind Highguard, have now laid off most of the team, according to a now former level designer, Alex Grana. This comes just 3 weeks after the game's release, and a week after the studio head claimed that it didn't matter if 1,000 or 100,000 people played the game. Wildlight confirmed the news online via a tweet to say they had let go of team members, but didn't give any actual number. They did, however, confirm that they've kept a, quote, a core group to continue supporting the game. Now obviously this is really sad news, especially after the news this week of 2XKO developers also being let go, and it's going to be interesting now to see how much of that content heavy roadmap that Highguard released recently actually comes to fruition. After we spoke about data miners finding reference to a Warlock class within the Diablo 4 files, Blizzard have now confirmed that the Warlock is indeed the second class being added to the game, alongside the Paladin, in the next Diablo 4 expansion, Lord of Hatred. But not only this, the Warlock class is also being added to Diablo Immortal and Diablo 2 Resurrected. The Diablo 2 Reign of the Warlock DLC is available now and includes new terror zones as well, and will cost you $25 US. And finally, we started with PlayStation, so it seems fitting to end with Xbox. According to reports, it seems Microsoft could be looking to make a change to Game Pass. This change could see Xbox Game Pass Premium and PC Game Pass merged together. Now there were no reports about what would happen to the games on these services or what the price range could be, but this is certainly something to keep an eye on. Welcome to 3 Minute Gaming News, your one stop to get all your daily gaming news in just 3 minutes. Let's start with PlayStation, who have confirmed that this Thursday, the 12th of February, they'll host another State of Play event, which they have said will contain over 60 minutes of news, announcements and gameplay updates. Now there's been no confirmation as to what games will be featured in this State of Play, but 60 plus minutes puts a rather long length compared to other more recent ones. So what are you hoping to see? Let me know in the comments. Hearthstone is releasing its next expansion on March 17th named Cataclysm after the World of Warcraft event. So players can look forward to the return of colossal minions which were first introduced in the Voyage to the Sunken City. Between now and release, players can also earn community rewards, and on March 10th, 1 week before release, players will be able to access trial cards to use during the expansion. Now, just 3 weeks ago, Riot Games launched the fighting game 2XKO, a League of Legends fighting game. And sadly, overnight it has been confirmed that they have laid off 80 of the developers of the game. Riot Games have confirmed they have left a smaller developmental team in place to continue working on improvements to the game, but they stated that the layoffs have been due to the game not being as successful as they hoped it would be. And finally, if reports are to be believed, fans of the Horizon series will be waiting a while for the next main series title. It's been reported that the developers' full attention is on the newly revealed co-op game Horizon Hunters Gathering. Other reports have suggested that they've been told that a Horizon 3 could be at least 3 to 5 years away and might even end up being a PlayStation 6 game. So if you're a fan of this series, I hope Horizon Hunters Gathering will be able to tide you over until we get some Horizon 3 news. Welcome to 3 Minute Gaming News, your one stop to get all your daily gaming news in just 3 minutes. Let's start with the biggest news from the past few days. Baldur's Gate 3 is getting a TV show, which will have Craig Mazin, who's the showrunner for The Last of Us, taking charge of this adaptation too. It's been reported that the show will continue the story of Baldur's Gate 3, featuring new as well as returning characters from the game. We've also learned that Larian Studios, the developers behind the game, have no involvement in the TV show at all, with CEO Sven Vick stating that as far as he is aware, no writers from the company have been contacted regarding the show. So how do you feel about this? Are you excited? Worried about what the TV show will do to all the characters' fates that you got to choose? Let me know below. Bandai Namco have stated that they'll be releasing fixes for Code Vein 2 after the game's rather sluggish start. Tweeting out about hearing players' feedback, the company has released a small roadmap for February and March for all the updates and fixes the game will receive. Now for anyone unaware, this stems from players having choice words about the performance of the game, with things such as the frame rate during combat, as well as other bugs that have appeared while playing the game. So hopefully this will make the game much more playable within the next 2 months. And finally, if you're an Amazon Prime member and use Amazon Luna, then you can claim 21 free games via them this month. Now these are available between the 5th and the 26th of this month and are as follows: Tiny Tina's Wonderland, Dread Templar, Hex Guardian, Around the World Travel to Brazil, Ambition, A Minute in Power, Captain Blood, Meganoid, Rebel Galaxy Outlaw, and Tavern Talk. Then, via the Lunar Channel, players are able to play Just Shapes and Beats, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Order of Giants, Alan Wake 2, Disney Universe, Rims Racing, Time and Frog Island, Valfairs, Worms Crazy Golf, Disney Planes, Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair, and Endzone A World Apart. That was your 3-minute gaming news. We'll see you tomorrow.